some amount of fear or doubt or hesitation is definitely natural. I mean, we're all human beings. So anytime we are doing something different, there is some level of fear, uncertainty. But the difference between excitement and fear, see, excitement and fear both are feelings that you have when you face situation which you have not done before. I mean, you are excited for something new also, right? It's the same anticipatory feeling that you have when you are facing something that you've not done before. So why is it that sometimes some of us have this feeling of excitement as opposed to in other occasions we have this feeling of fear, doubt? So the main difference comes from our expectation. What do we expect out of that situation? See, if we expect to win, like if we expect positive outcomes, then it gives us excitement. But if we think that we might fail, if we think that, you know, the outcome might not be something that we like, then that fear sets in, all right? So in both these occasions, you are still facing unknown challenges, I mean, unknown situation. You don't know the outcome, but the anticipatory feeling is that, you know, yes, you know, we might win. It's that kind of excitement. You're looking forward, even if you don't know, but you're looking forward for that win, you know, as opposed to, you know, feeling that, you know, I don't know if I fail, you know, the things. So I think it was in the previous call that I spoke about that 4 stages through which we go through every time we learn something. All right. So there is that stage of, you know, where we don't know what we don't know. So we are in that stage of ignorance. We are operating from ignorance. We are doing things. We don't know why we are not getting results and things like that. So if you are in that stage, the predominant feeling is that of frustration. You're doing things to the maximum of what you think is right, but you're not getting results. So, and you don't know why you're not getting results. Sometimes you might not even think in the direction that it is something that I don't know that is not giving me the results. So because of that fact that I don't know what I don't know, we go through this feeling of frustration. All right. So then from there, we move on to the next level where we become aware of the things that we don't know. So, oh, I did not know, I did not know this. And probably that's why I was not getting results. So at least now we become aware of the thing that this is something I need to know, I did not know, and because of that, I'm not getting results. So then at that stage, your feeling is like, okay, fine. So maybe if I will learn this, then maybe I will get the results. And then you make the decision of learning it. And then you move on to the next level where you're learning it, you want to do it, you are doing it, but it requires so much of focus and effort and being present, you know. And the example I gave you was about, you know, the learning how to drive a car, right? I mean, the first time you make a decision of learning it, then the instructor tells you about, you know, for example, if it's a manual car, you know, there is clutch involved, there is accelerator pedal involved, there's gear shift involved, and these things, you do it simultaneously. So even if you know, you know, intellectually that, yes, you need to press on the clutch and shift the gear at the same time, and also as you take your legs off the clutch, you need to press on the accelerator. Doing these things, when you're doing it for the first time, it requires so much of focus, and many times you miss things. All right. So that's level 3, the third stage of learning, where you are learning it, but while implementing, you look like clumsy. You get clumsy, and you don't like the feeling. Sometimes people laugh at you. Have you ever faced that situation, especially those of you who have driven manual cars? Like you're learning, probably you even learned and you got the license, but now you're at the signal, it's a red light, turns green, you take the car, engine gets switched off, because you took the leg off from the clutch too fast, and you did not press the accelerator fast enough, and the car got off, and everybody behind you is honking, and people, they pass by you, they give you that stare. If you don't know how to ride the car, why don't you stay at home, kind of a stare, and things like that. So that's level 3, and that happens no matter what we learn. All right. And then comes level 4, where things are automatic. Okay, like right now, for many of you driving a car, you don't even think about it. Get out from the bed, roll straight into the car, and before you reach the office, you're changing clothes, brushing, shaving, everything done in the car while driving. Okay, so there are things that you are able to do today in that way. Even in our business, like for example, most of you, presentation is something you can just do with your eyes closed. Some of you can do backwards. Backwards, frontwards, sideways, because you've done it so many times. So now this particular thing that you are learning, okay, this approach of prospecting, most of you are probably now in level 2 or 3, that second or third stage of learning. Okay. Some of you are in the third stage, and you're getting results, you can see, but it just that, what and all do I remember? Do I remember to qualify this and this and this? And I thought I did it, and then it didn't work out. And sometimes it looks clumsy. Sometimes your prospect, especially if you get a good quality prospect and you're trying to do these things and they are kind of laughing at you. There was another call which I did a couple of days back where some of you were saying that the prospect was laughing at me. Happens. Unfortunately, I wish there was a way you could go from level 1 to level 4 or stage of learning, but it doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't matter what we learn. We have to go through these 4 stages. So the good thing is there is level 4. There is the 4th stage after the 3rd stage. That's a good thing. It will happen. There's no way you won't get it. As long as you keep pursuing this, you keep correcting yourself through these calls that we do, and apply and correct, apply and correct, apply and correct, it will happen. This is not rocket science. Come on. I mean, this is just a small part of the business. So if nothing, I want you all to get excited about this possibility of reaching the 4th stage of competency with this skill. I mean, is that not a reason to get excited about? Just the fact that maybe 1 month later, maybe 2 months later, you will reach a stage where, you have no hesitation, no fear, no attachment. You are just able to smoothly and naturally converse with people. And only if they give you that positive vibe, you are, proceeding into the next stage, and it just happens naturally. Being in that stage, does that not a big enough reason to get excited about? So please don't, feel that fear. Okay. Instead, what I want you to feel is that feeling of excitement. Even though you don't know what is going to happen when you talk to that one particular prospect. So that's first thing I wanted to tell you all about. All right. That yes, it is a new thing we are doing. And when we face new thing, we will have that butterflies in the stomach, uncertain feeling, and all that stuff. And we do have that even in other cases also. But when we look at something positive on the other side, Instead of fear, what we feel is excitement. And that is what I want you to feel when you're going through this, all right? The second thing I want to talk to you about is about this fear or mental block or baggage of what if I sign up somebody and they don't become successful? Okay, what if, I'm signing up people, I'm doing all this, I'm talking to them. And what if they don't become successful? So now it becomes my responsibility. And some of you actually might have had people in the past blame you. So now because of that experience, it is even more of a block for you. And now it is not so much an imaginary block, it is an actual block because of your past experience, right? Where people in the past have not succeeded for whatever reason, and they say, oh, because of you, I did this, because of you, I did that, and I'm not successful, and they start blaming you. Now, let me tell you something. People always try to blame other people. They will. It's just natural for unsuccessful people. Okay, they will. It is up to you whether you want to accept it or not. If you are going to accept, then people will line up outside your door just to pass the blame on to you. You might not even have met them in your life, and they will still be so happy to blame you for whatever reason. I have had people who blame me for not telling about the business to them. Okay, so people will blame for whatever reason, and I have a very particular incident that I can tell you about. This happened with me during my 3rd month in the business. Okay, so one of my cousins had signed up in the business with me during my 1st month. And this happened when I was based in Bahrain. Okay, so my cousin signed up, and a few of his friends signed up from the place of his work. And there was this one guy who signed up. He felt as though, oh, this is easy, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make a lot of money. But he never came for any of the trainings or any meetings or anything of that sort. And it's not that we had a lot of trainings at that time. It was in my, initial stages in the business, not so much trainings, but even, any of our meetings or discussions, the guy never came. But he just kept on, talking about it to his friends, and some of them even joined. And so he felt that it's an easy business, right? But within a few weeks, his business slowed down. The other people started blaming this guy. And they said, oh, this is some kind of a cheating business. Even the people who came into the business, all right, they were saying that this is cheating business and things like that. And this guy went to my cousin. And my cousin was smart. He started blaming my cousin. My cousin said, I don't know anything about this. My cousin Arun, he's the one doing it. I just joined because he told me, if you have a problem, go to him. So this guy came to me and he said, this is all bullshit business, cheating business, you have to refund money and all that stuff. So I said, sorry, I don't own this company. This is not a cheating business. You tell me how it is cheating, I'll answer your question. If have they not given you the product, if you have done your volumes, have they not paid you money and all this stuff. So then after some time, he changed the tactic. He started saying, it's the money that I was keeping for my kids' education, karma and this and that and all kinds of things. And I said, Matthew, look, I don't own this company. You paid the money, it went to the company. I can't refund you. I mean, you got the product. This is what it is. If you want my help, I can help you to make money from this. That I can do. I will do for you. All right. We can work together. We'll, no matter what happens, we'll work together and help you make money. But anything other than that, I don't know. I'm not in that capacity to do it. And then he got angry. So he tried all kinds of games. All right. But, I stood my ground, not because it was my third month in the business. I did not know any of the things. It's just that my situation was like that. I know I can't give him the money back, from the company. I don't know anybody in the company for that matter. So I just stood my ground. This is my situation. I did feel bad because, the guy was blaming me. Not that I accepted the blame. Even at that time, for some reason, I knew it was not my fault. So, and also the guy was not coming for anything in the beginning, right? No training, nothing like that. But the point is, people will play games. People play games. They will play games with you. All right. It's just part of our natural survival instinct. Okay. Have you not seen kids play games with you if you're parents? All right. My kids play this all the time with me. Okay. My daughter comes to me and say, "Oh, you don't like me. You only like Tristan, who's my son. You do this for him." If she wants something, okay. And if we say no, then she takes this card out. "Oh, you don't like me, you like him." The people try to guilt trip you, so it is a game people play. Do you want to fall victim for that yourself? Is a question what you need to ask. All right. Did you lie? If you lied, yes, that's a different situation. If you did not lie, if you clearly told that this is a business, this is what need to happen for you to get results. You did not promise that it was an easy business. You did not promise that, "Oh, you come in and I will put people on both sides. You just sit at home and earn money." If you lied like that, now it's a different situation. Okay. But if you did not do that, if you told properly, clearly what it is, please don't accept blame from other people. They will do. Okay. Because it's a natural game they will play. But it's your responsibility not to take it upon you. If you start doing it, there is no end to it. People will do that, okay? And they do that because it works. See, it works. It works on majority of the people. I mean, in the US, we have a president who became president by blaming other people. So it works. There is no doubt about it, it works. So, and that is why people do that. But if you accept it and if you fall victim to it, then, you are carrying unnecessary burden. Okay. And you don't need it. So people will play games. Don't fall victim to it. All right. As long as you have not lied, you are clear and you have not given up, you are still holding on to the business and you are still working hard and you are still willing to help them, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Okay. Now, sometimes people, their definition of support is you doing things for them. Okay. That's their definition of support. And they say, "You didn't support me because you didn't do it for me." And then you have to tell very clearly, make it clear to them, make the expectations clear. All right. Set the boundaries, very firmly that, I cannot do it for you. These are the things, I can tell you what to do. I can do it with you, but I cannot do it for you. Okay. You cannot. If you feel responsible for somebody, you should know that you cannot do it for them. Okay. Again, I like to give this example of children, right? We all of you who are parents, you have your kids. How much do you want them to succeed? 100%, right? From every fiber of your being, you want them to succeed. But the things that they should do to become successful, can you do it for them? You cannot. You can put them into the best schools, but you cannot study for them. You cannot do their homeworks for them. You cannot write the exams for them. Okay. You cannot do the work for somebody else. It's impossible. And so you have to put that expectation very clear. Put the boundaries. It's very important as leaders, as human beings. I mean, even if you're not doing any of this business, it's a very important aspect to put boundaries in place. It might be a little bit tough initially, but people will respect you for that afterwards. All right. And once they realize that this playing games will not work with you, they will stop doing it with you. They will just keep playing it with the people with whom it works. But if you make it clear that that tactic is not going to work with you, and sometimes I actually call out people on that when somebody tries to do it with me. I try to call it out. I say, oh, so are you trying to play this guilt game with me? Are you trying to make me guilty because you did not succeed in it or you did not get this result? Is that what you're trying to do? And then they go into defensive and say, no, that is not, and all that stuff. So sometimes just calling it out on people helps. All right. So that's the second thing I wanted to tell you about. And these two fears, the kind of pulls you back from going all out and doing things. That fear of failure, fear of looking clumsy while you're doing because you're not able to do it the right way. Even though you know what to do, but while you're doing it, it is not coming out smoothly and you look like a joker, you don't want to do it. And I just want to remind you that that's a level, or the second stage and the third stage of learning are like that. And everything you've learned so far in life, you had to go through those two stages, and you looked clumsy in those stages, no matter what you learned. Okay. And the second thing is this: people trying to play games on you, whether it is your family, your prospects, your own teammates. Please don't fall victim to that. Okay. You are not responsible for anybody else's success or failure. Okay. A lot of people tell me that, I said this, I did this, and because of that, they became successful. I don't take credit even for that. I don't take credit for other people's success also. If I take credit for your success, then maybe I should take responsibility for your failure. I don't. Whatever, like for example, this particular platform that we have, right? The 10 Directs Challenge platform. If some of you don't complete the 10 directs, okay, and some of you complete, some of you don't complete, right? Should I now feel guilty and feel sad that you did not complete 10 directs and then just give up everything I do and then go hiding under my bed? No, right? I should not. And so what is your logic behind telling me that I should not do it? If I ask you, why should I not do it? Why should I not feel guilty? Why should not I go hiding? And you will say something. You will say, no, it is not your responsibility. The same thing I'm telling you with respect to the other people. All right. So the way I look at it is, just because any of you participated in this or any of you joined me in the business, okay, as a new IR, you have gained. Okay, you have gained in many ways. If you've gone through the trainings, you've gone through the materials, you've gone through the experience, that experience has given you positive results that probably you might not have got from anywhere else in your life. All right. So with respect to the financial results, it is there. And if you are willing to stick it out with me, you will get there. But if you, after 1 or 2 years, if you choose to leave, even then, I feel that you have still gained. You have gained far more than what you have put in. Okay, that's my firm belief. And I can talk to anybody about it. There are things that you did not know, your perspective of life, everything that from that before the time you came into the business and after that, in these last 1 year, a lot of it has changed. And if you had not gone through this journey for the last 1 year with this opportunity, you would have probably never in your entire life been exposed to that philosophy, that ideas and all that stuff. All right. So there is no way anybody can guilt trip me into, making me feel responsible for their failure. It won't happen. And I want you also to be in that stage, because that is a very huge limiting belief, which will prevent you, not just in this area in life, but in everything in life. All right, in everything in life, that will prevent you, especially when you are into business where you're dealing with people. Ours is a people business, so you deal with all kinds of people, and unfortunately, people do play games. Okay, it's just some cautious, just survival mechanism. All right.